Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, which is directed by Del Toro along with Mark Gustafsson. And this film is based off of the classic book by Carlo Collodi, and also which has been adapted quite a few times over the years, including this year in a live-action form with Disney. And this film is very much not that. This gorgeous and really impressive stop-motion animated film with the help of the Jim Henson Company is something to behold. This is like Leica level of stop-motion animation, and it's done in a really impressive and engaging way. The whole world is impressive. The designs are impressive, from Pinocchio, who's a little rougher around the edges, looks a little bit more like made out of wood, and between Jiminy Cricket and the whale, and particularly like the Blue Angel, who winds up showing up, is quite interesting. Very different kind of approach, and this feels a little bit more intense, a little bit more mature in the way that it tackles certain things. And yes, the Disney version has its scary moments, like a bunch of kids turning into donkeys. This has some tragic and dark moments, especially from the very beginning, where we get the backstory of Geppetto losing his son Carlo, and that is just absolutely devastating. This film tackles war and religion and fascism, and it deals with these deep and impactful themes in an accessible way, and utilizing them as context for the journey of this quote-unquote little boy, this wooden boy trying to be real. And you have the likes of David Bradley, who's Geppetto, who's an older, grizzlier kind of Geppetto, who's a little bit more jaded than the twinkly eye kind of Geppetto that we expect from the Disney version. Ewan McGregor as Jiminy Cricket is a delight. You have Gregory Mann, who's our young Pinocchio, who does a fine job, and like supporting turns from Bern Gorman and Ron Perlman and John Turturro and Kate Blanchett, Tim Blake Nelson, Christoph Waltz, and Tilda Swinton, and just so many great actors lending their voices to some really impressive characters along the way. This story gives you more depth and more mature themes, and we've seen Del Toro do that before with the likes of Pan's Labyrinth, and Guillermo has a way with sticking it to the fascists. And this particular story uses that context to dig a deeper and more poignant version of this story. And in the end, I think this is a really impressive film. The animation is incredible. The story that we go on is a little bit less familiar than you might expect, and there's some surprises along the way. It does feel like, because this is a close to 2-hour film, which is really impressive for a stop-motion animated film, but it does get a little long in the tooth, I think, at moments. But in general, this is a really well-acted, incredibly directed, and animated journey that is a fresh and impactful new rendition of this classic tale. But those are my thoughts on Pinocchio. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.